Many of the EV manufacturers announced their Q2 deliveries, and most of them exceeded expectations. One exception was Lucid. They did not meet Wall Street estimates, and on the news, the stock fell. So the question was the down decline in price indicative of the technicals, or did this was a case of buy the rumor, sell the news? Let's get into the article. This article is coming from Yahoo Finance. Lucid stock tumbles as EV maker misses on Q2 deliveries. Lucid tumbled as the luxury EV maker announced second quarter deliveries that missed Wall Street expectations for the quarter. Lucid delivered 1,404 vehicles, missing Wall Street estimates. Now in May, they said it was on track to produce 10,000 EVs in 2023, based on Q2 results. They're not going to hit that goal. Lucid struggles to meet its expectation, comes in contrast to rivals like Rivian, GM, and Ford, like I mentioned earlier, which have met or exceeded their EV production targets. Part of the issue is the Lucid Air is so EV, has a price tag that starts at $90K. Wow. Which may be hurting demand. Obviously, we've seen Tesla and then other companies had to cut their car prices to be competitive with Tesla, as Tesla was going for volume. In Q1, the company began offering its own version of the federal government's $7,500 tax credit to boost sales, though that deal has been removed from the company's website. On a good note, last month, Saudi Arabia's public investment fund, which owns over 60% of the company, agreed to buy 266 million shares, additional shares of Lucid worth 1.8 billion. Now let's get into this video that's going to recap the article I just mentioned, and then we'll continue to look at the charts.
Lucid falling today, down nearly 12% there after its second quarter deliveries fell short of expectations. Yahoo Finance's Pras Subramanian with us now to break down the numbers for us. And Pras, what happened?
Yeah, so Lucid reported today around 1,400 deliveries for Q2. The street was looking for around 1,873, according to Bloomberg estimates. So a big miss there. The company produced around 2,200 vehicles for the quarter, which is also sort of below its Q1 performance. So kind of miss on both the production and deliveries from the prior quarter. So not exactly good news for investors. Now, Lucid also said that it began material shipments of its EVs to Saudi Arabia, which is important because they have a deal with the government there to deliver about 100,000 EVs over the next 5 years or so. Important to remember that the Saudi Sovereign Investment Fund, the public investment fund, actually has a stake, a rather large stake, the biggest stake in the company right now. So that's going on right now. But Lucid also, not all bad news for them in the Q2. They signed a technology deal with Aston Martin to provide technology and materials and also sort of EV powertrains for Aston Martin's future EV. So that's a good news in terms of licensing technology. It's a big growth driver potentially for the company that sort of is hemorrhaging cash these days. But finally, we're going to hear more about the company standing there with Q2 earnings coming out on August 7th.
All right, so the next earnings, as the video mentioned, is August 7th. Now, why did price fall from this level here at $8? If we zoom out to the weekly chart, you can see that was a strong support resistance band. All right, let's go back down to the daily chart to see how low can we go. Well, there's no reason for price not to retest the lows. Then at 550. Let's scroll back up to the weekly just for a second. Yeah, so I'm going to target $6 on the low side, not necessarily getting back down to the all-time lows. However, the sentiment is down, so is the stock, at least until earnings. But based on Q2 deliveries, I do not anticipate earnings being all that great either. Again, their flagship EV car is a luxury car and it sells for $90,000. Plus, they no longer offer a discount. So, after earnings, potentially price will retest that 550 if not hit all-time lows. This is despite the deal that they picked up with on Aston Martin. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Please like the video.